Hey guys and gals, Scott with Heritage Farms. Well, Friday afternoon after work, what are we doing? Well, at lunch today I went and picked up some protein tubs. These are 24% protein tubs, Raglan brand. And let's see what we got here. Let you guys look at this a little. You can kind of see what all it's got in there. It's the Special Licks. Bottom line, 24% supplement for cattle. And why did we buy these? Well, there's no grass. We're feeding hay. The hay we're feeding right now is what we graze. It's not the best. The other thing we're doing is we're putting out mineral. This is mineral that's got fly control in it. It's basically a North Texas blend from ADM is the one that we utilize. You can get this at Big Country in Paris, Texas is where we get it. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. The cows are really struggling. We're already starting to feed hay. You can look around. Burned up. It's just burned up. We're over, I don't know what the last count was, 67 days without measurable rainfall. We got 3/4 of an inch at the corporate offices in Heath, Texas, but we got 0 at Telephone, Texas, where we really needed it. So no rainfall. We have exceeded the record for the number of days over 100 since we've been keeping records in Dallas, Texas. So, and then the following, this upcoming week, yay! We got 4 more days over 100 degrees with no rain. So, to say I'm gonna be nice, upset is a understatement. So, you know, we've been downsizing the herd. Now we're just trying to settle in. So what's on deck this weekend? We're gonna put these tubs out here this afternoon. You know, cattle are like people. They need a treat every once in a while. They need something positive. They're just beat down as well as we are. They need a little shot. So we're gonna give them these protein tubs. I'm sure they'll love that. We'll put out the mineral. And then I don't know if we'll have time to do much. I'm sure we'll spot water some pecan trees, but you know, it's hotter than hell. You just don't feel like doing much. Tell you what, those tubs are heavy. They are 200 pounds a piece. I've already put out a few of them. The trailer was squatting a little, but the truck handled it with no problems. And maybe, I don't know, we'll try to find some kind of project to supplement tomorrow with, but man, you guys pray for us. We desperately, desperately need rain. Come up. All right. Well, let's see if the girls will come over. This is only some of them. The others are in the woods, hiding out. Well, I'm not sure that's a good sign or a bad sign. The bull is over there breeding one of the cows at the moment, which I really shouldn't have any open cows this late in the season, but with the heat and everything, God, you just don't know. What are you gonna do? So I gotta mark that date and get that cow's number. All right, so that's what we're dealing with. All right, well, the cows anyway are getting in here. They're like, hey, what'd Daddy bring us? Brought us a little treat. I'm gonna back on up here so they'll come on up. Otherwise, they may not want to jack with me. But you can see, man, body condition is not great. Of course, we just weaned last weekend, so the calves are off of them. So they are now trying to get a little recovery period. This is when they need all the nutrients going into the fall, getting ready to raise their new baby, which will start hitting the ground in February, March, and April of next year. So, man, it's a vicious cycle on these cows. There's a lot of demand. They need all the nutrients they can get, and it's just so frustrating. So the rest of the day, I'm probably gonna put out the rest of the mineral tubs, and then I'm probably gonna head out and start putting out hay. We're gonna be feeding hay just like we do in the winter. So here is one of the mineral feeders that we use. I don't know what you want to call these. This one's from High Country Plastics. I call them a turtle mineral feeder because they're low to the ground. They're hard to turn over, which I really like. They have this heavy, thick plastic lid on them. But you open it up and you can see there's like 3 compartments for mineral. So a lot of cattle can get in here. They put their nose under it, they lift up, they're able to get in. The second they pull away, it drops down, keeps it out. So that's what we're doing. This is the back of our Telephone 2 property. She's gone, guys. Look on the horizon at that big beautiful, majestic oak tree that has died in the drought. Look over here to my neighbor's property. Big, nice oak tree, dead. Big, nice tree, dead. He's got another one back in there, dead. The trees are dying everywhere. The grass is dying. Guys, it's so depressing around here. All right, more to follow. Okay, guys, you can see here, man, it's just terrible. The cows are just, man, they are so excited to get those protein tubs. I tell you what, they will be wiped out. There's just absolutely nothing there. I put out more mineral with the fly control. It's just sad. I mean, it's just a bad, bad situation, guys. Okay, we're at the Telephone 2 property. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but Dale rolled out like half of a bale. So he's pretty good about conserving as much hay as we possibly can this early in the year. So he's taking like half a bale, rolling it out, and we had this gate closed off, so he must have been feeding over in that pasture earlier. But anyway, he came and put some hay down, had the gate closed. So what I did was I came along here and I dumped some feed on top of the hay, give the cows a little treat. So we turned them in, and this is the mature herd. This is the commercial herd, what's left of them. And they look pretty good, all things considered. You know, we got the calves off of them, so they don't have the calves pulling them down, and things are getting better. But I don't know, guys. The body condition is really incredible considering everything we've been dealing with. So we've done a good job to this point. I'm more worried about the registered herd at Telephone 1. This commercial herd is looking pretty good. This is the older ladies. You know, they're anywhere from 3 to, I think, 7 years old is the oldest that we have in here now. That's one positive point. There is no old cows in this group anymore. But they look good at the moment, all things considered. I just don't know if we can just get a little bit of rain. I think things would green up and they'll chase the green, but right now, man, it's just brutal. That one looks pretty bad, but she's really young, just had a calf. I don't know, guys. You know, it's just not fun right now. It is just absolutely not fun. All right, more to follow. Morning, guys. Late start this morning. It's like 7:45. Man, slept in, had a good breakfast. It's just too hot to do much today. So what are we looking at here? Well, this is what's left out of my calf crop. Kept about 7 replacement heifers. I want you to check this lady out. Boy, she looks good. Hey, girl. There's some in here that look pretty dang good. But anyway, they're all registered Sim-Angus, with the exception of there's 2 steer calves in here that we're going to fatten out and slaughter in the spring, because I don't believe anybody's going to be able to afford beef next year, but that's just my opinion. So I'm going to have a freezer full of it. Let's see what else. There's a couple of bull calves in here that we kept that I think will be good herd sires. I can't even talk this morning. Number 73, the white-faced one there. And there's another one that's got some white on his face over here. But anyway, pretty good looking group of calves. I'm pretty happy with them for spring calves. I think they look pretty good. A couple of commercial registered heifers in here as well. So, all right, guys, that's what's on deck today. So what are we doing? Well, I'm thinking about going back and working on that pool a little bit more. We may even look at putting a culvert into a low creek crossing that we have over there. Just one of those deals, you know, basically it's gonna be 100 degrees today. Here's the bad news. It's like 80% humidity today. I want you to look on the horizon. I showed you yesterday the back of the property, some trees that were dying. Look out there, you can see the top of them. They're starting to fall everywhere. And that creates a lot of problems going forward, because you're gonna have trees falling on fences and all kinds of issues. All right, guys, so anyway, we had a pretty decent calf crop this year, but I'm pretty happy with what we kept. You gotta keep in mind, we sold 2 trailer fulls of calves, not cows, but just calves last weekend. And sad state of the fairs, but all right. Okay, well, it's Friday night. It's like 8 o'clock. So we've been trying to work a couple hours here. So what are we doing? Well, the ponds are so low. You can just look how this pond is really low. I mean, the water used to be back up to, I mean, golly, that level right there all the way around. You can see the ledge that goes around. So the water has dropped substantially. So we get into these situations where we have this, which is like a little 1 foot or 2 foot cliff going into the pond. So what I'm trying to do is level out these edges. And I'm trying to take the dirt, pull it back up this way, and try to make a nice smooth entrance into the pool. Water will drain, and you can also pull out some really, really good dirt here. So that's what we've been doing. So you can kind of see from where the tractor is at down to there, I don't know, that's 2 or 3 feet of dirt that we're pulling out and bringing up here. I don't know if we're doing good or not, but the goal is while the ponds are low, we're trying to clean this out. You know, I'm learning as I go here, but you can kind of see I'm taking pretty good chunks out of this thing where we're at. So I don't know, we're making a little progress because this thing looked just like that over by the trees. It had a ledge all the way across here that I have cut out. So we've moved some dirt. So hopefully one day the water level will get up to close to where my foot is. And that'll be a pretty good little improvement. If we can make the pool 2 or 3 foot wider on all sides, I think that's a good thing. So we're gonna play around. We're gonna continue to pull some dirt out of this. I mean, there's plenty to mess with, that's for sure. And we'll just keep jacking around with it until we get this thing looking somewhat decent again. And we'll go from there. More to follow. This is what you do when you have a drought. Boy, you can see the weaned calves on the horizon. They're looking for something, but we gave them a little mineral tubs today, protein tubs. We gave them some feed, and they got a little bit of hay, so we'll put out another bale tomorrow. But feeding hay, August 11th, 2022. The world is coming to an end. Okay guys, this is what not to do. We're trying to move a culvert for this little project we're working on. You can see we should have really went and got a trailer. The problem is this thing is like full of dirt and we don't need it. There's a good 6 feet on one end that's caved in, so we're trying to get this up near the pond. So once we get it to the pond, we could actually cut it off, because we're so worried about fires and everything right now. We need it by the pond so we can like literally roll it off into the lake if it catches fire, because there's leaves and stuff on the inside of it, and you know, the last thing we want to do is burn it down. But you can see right now, man, we got a little bit of a problem here in the sense that, good God, this thing is bigger than the road, if you will. I don't know, it had to be, I guess, a 20-foot culvert is my guess. So, all right. I don't know if we're going to get it up to telephone one or not, but this is like redneck engineering here 101. Oh, he's close to that tree. Lord have mercy. All right, guys, wish us luck here. What could possibly go wrong? Don't you just love adventures? This is like one of those YouTube movies where, or videos where something goes really, really wrong. Like an 18-wheeler coming down the road, taking out the pipe. There's just no telling what could go wrong. But we're getting a little bit closer. We're down to the last, I don't know, 800 yards or so. We'll see what happens, but man, pretty tight. Craziness, absolute craziness. But it's so damn hot you can't really do anything else, so this is one of those projects we've been wanting to knock out. Normally it's too muddy to do it, so we're trying to get it done today, but good God, we're just facing all kinds of challenges. More to follow. Okay, it's about 1 o'clock. It is hotter than hell. So we've got this culvert. The culvert it's a used culvert. It was full. I mean, absolutely full of dirt and debris. It was too long. One end was bent, so we came up to the barn. We soaked the driveway with water, got everything soaked down where we could see what was going on, and there was no fire danger, so we had a water hose. We used the cutting torch, we cut it off, and then for an hour now, we've been jacking with trying to get the dirt and sand and leaves and everything out of this culvert. So the good news is we now have the culvert clean. We think we got the spot ready to set it in. Apologize, I'm filming from far off, but I'm over here in the shade. All right, we'll give you an update here shortly. Well, I don't know what time it is. It's got to be close to 3 o'clock, but we are still on this culvert project here, and we're taking dirt from around the pond. You can see what we're doing. We're cleaning up the pond. Look at Dale. Dale's over here. I love it, man. When you got 2 tractors working at the same time, you can get so much work done. So that's what we're doing. We're making the best of a bad situation. More to follow. Okay guys, well, it's about 4:30 on Saturday. We've been going all day long. Let me tell you. So we put in a culvert today. and this is on the back side of the trap. There's a creek that runs through here. Water drains down. There's a lot of water flowing. So it's always muddy to get from the front pasture to the back pasture. We always had to come in here, and during the winter months, it's muddy. The tractor gets muddy, the Kubota gets muddy, the four-wheeler, the truck, you name it, it gets muddy. So we decided enough is enough. Let's take advantage while this area is dry. So we put in a culvert. So that's the project we did today. And let me tell you, it took literally all day to get it done. But Dale really came through. We had both tractors working. We had the Kubota and the New Holland. And we also did some work up here on the trap, or in the pool. Show you guys what we got going. Oh, so the pond is really, really low. And let me tell you, you can see around the edges, it's really rough in some spots, but on the front half, we came through and smoothed all of that out. We cut it way, way down. Some spots as much as 1 foot, because we needed the dirt to go on the culvert. Come over here, you can see the culvert that we just put in. So that's the project, but guys, just look around, see how brown and everything it is. So, but man, so Dale did a real good job today. We came in, filled in a lot of the spots. We had a lot of cow trails where the cows would walk in a certain path every single time. So we came in, cleaned up around here. If I would have had these trees cut up, we would have went through and smoothed out the whole dam on this pond, which that's another day. But hey, things are serious in North Texas. All right, so tomorrow morning I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna spot water some of the pecan trees. The drought management continues. We're gonna put down a couple of bales of hay, and we'll probably call it a wrap for this weekend. Hopefully I can get down here by noon tomorrow. But hey, we got Dallas Cowboy preseason football tonight, so there you go. We got something positive, but I've had all the fun I can handle, guys. So one more update before we call it a wraps on the weekend. So this is what drought does to pecans. Look at that. They have just totally dried up, dead, shriveled up. So we got that going for us. It's gonna be a terrible, terrible pecan crop if we get even a handful of them. So, hey guys, that's what we're doing. We're finishing up a little spot watering this morning, and then we're gonna call it quits. But hey, can't keep a good man down. I know God has a plan for me. I'm trusting his plan, and I'm gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna fade, I'm not gonna fall, I'm not gonna back off at the first sign of anything difficult. So just saying. All right guys, more to follow, but hey, hope you have a good week. As always, glory be to God.